How's it going, everybody? I recently picked up this tablet from eBay, made by Azpen, model number 1320G. This is the second iteration on this product line by Azpen. There was a A1320 before this. This is the G. I believe the only difference is this has a better processor, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. In fact, all that is just an assumption. So this is a 13.3 inch tablet, so it's pretty big, pretty heavy, and it was roughly $145. The price varies online. I've seen it as high as $200. If you're, see a seller selling it for $200 on eBay or anywhere else, that's too high. So just do some digging around. You could see it between $140, $145. That's a fair price. So let's go ahead and open this up. But first, let's look at the specs listed on the box. So it has a dual-core processor, 13.3 inch LCD screen, 1280 by 800, so that's roughly 16 by 9. 10-point capacitive touchscreen, 1 gig of RAM, 16 gigs of storage, and it also does have a SD card, micro SD card, and a dual front and rear facing camera for 2 megapixels each. Not great, but that's all right. This is kind of a weird tablet because, generally when you think about tablets, you think of portability. You probably take it out of the house with you. And this is not that. This is really hefty. It is large and it is heavy. So what do we have here? Just registration form, quick start guide. Don't need that. Let's set this off to the side real quick. And like I said, that is pretty heavy. Let's see what's inside the inside of the box. Let's flip this around. And here we have a user manual. We have a USB OTG cable, so for USB host. I don't understand why the tablet is large enough that it could have held a full-size USB port for hosting purposes. I don't know why they didn't do that. That's strikes me as a little bizarre. USB cable for syncing and transferring data over, and we have the power supply. Now, it does not charge over USB, it seems like, because it has a separate USB, a separate power cable for charging. So you might not be able to charge over USB. However, you might actually be able to do so. I'm not 100% sure. I guess I could test that out later. This is just a quick overview of the tablet. So, like I said, I paid $145 from a seller on eBay. It arrived within 4 or 5 days, so it was pretty quick. And here is the tablet. It comes with a screen protector on it, and it looks like it has a screen protector on the screen protector. So, isn't that fancy? Let's go ahead and peel that right off. That's the screen protector for the screen protector. And if you look at the rear, here goes Azpen. And you're having a hard time focusing on that. Sorry. There we go. And this is a plastic metallic looking finish on it. And the edges, the sides, they have a rubber coating on it. So that's nice. So you could, grip onto it. Here is the rear facing camera. We have a reset button here. Headphone jack. The power supply input so you could charge it. Micro SD card slot. Micro or mini HDMI. I'm not sure which is which anymore. I'm so confused. USB host, and this one is just marked or labeled as USB. So I'm not sure what that one's for. That might be used for charging. Maybe you can charge over USB as well. It might be faster to do it over, the power supply, but it might be an option. So, and a microphone hole right there for the mic. So, here is your front facing camera. Again, both cameras are 2 megapixels each, so it is not great, but it is all right. So let's go ahead and turn it on here. You can see, slide that to open, and we have Chrome right there, and it's really quick, really nice, which is good. It being a 720p resolution screen helps out. I'm sure that the processor that it has, had this been a 1080p screen, the performance would have taken a hit. So I've already installed Antutu here. So if you're somebody who cares about benchmarks, you can see the score there, 20,666. So not bad for tablets of this price range. And it does already come pre-rooted. So the first thing you want to do is, if you want to control your root access, go ahead and download Super SU, so you could have that. But it does come pre-rooted, so that is also a plus. I have not seen any third-party ROMs out there for this yet. If this gains any popularity, I'm sure that somebody will get going on that. But the stock ROM that it comes with, it's not bad, and it's 4.2.2 if I'm not mistaken. So it runs fairly well. It's not bad at all. So yeah, Android version, here we go, 4.2.2. So like I said, it is $145-ish. It is massive, 13.3-inch screen. It is heavy, so you're not going to be taking this outside of the house too often. I have an original iPad here, so just to get an idea of the size, it is roughly twice as large as an iPad, maybe a little less, but it is big. So this is the original iPad, the first one. So the other thing was, of course, it's kind of a weird tablet in that generally, if you get a tablet, you're probably going to be wanting it to be portable. You're going to take it out of the house. This, for me personally, is kind of a niche thing because this is not leaving the house. I wanted to have a dedicated jukebox type of a thing, touchscreen jukebox. And I was originally going to use Windows and a touchscreen monitor, but I didn't see any computer monitors that were, around 15 inches or smaller. So I thought, well, let me go ahead and see if there's any large-ass tablets, and I came across this one, and the price was right. So this will likely just, build a box around it, and it will be used as, just as a music device for, a pseudo jukebox that will be mounted on the wall. So at parties, people could choose songs and whatnot. It'll connect to my server. So that is how I will be using this. If you need a tablet that you will be taking out of the house regularly, this is not it. If you need a tablet that you will keep in your house and not be moving around a lot because it is so damn heavy, then this might be the one for you. So definitely do a little research, check it out. Like I said, this is the Azpen A1320G, and be careful when you're shopping online not to accidentally get the A1320 because that's an older model. So just make sure that it is in fact the A1320G. So that's it. I think it's a pretty nice device for anybody who is in the market for large ass tablets. It is heavy, it is big, and that's it, guys. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Have a good one.